Jo, hallo ihr Lieben. Los geht's mit dem Genshin Impact Stream. Ich hoffe, es klappt doch alles. Wie ihr sehen könnt, ist mein Ember Cosplay angekommen. Und ich habe ja gesagt, ich werde es jeden Freitag tragen, wenn es ankommt. Und heute ist auch noch der Live-Patch gleich. Ich kann noch nicht groß machen, wie es aussieht. Egal, dann werde ich einfach hier mal laufen lassen. Und hoffe, dass dann alles klappt, so wie es soll. Ich werde natürlich mein Tablet auch benutzen, um den Chat hoffentlich lesen zu können. Muss so YouTube erstmal finden. Ja. Sieht so aus, als wäre ich live. Wunderbar. Die Qualität sieht gerade extrem furchtbar bei meinem Tablet aus. Ich schau mal, ob ich da irgendwie... Nee. Warum sieht das so verdammt schlecht aus auf meinem Tablet? Holy. Okay, ich öffne mal hier YouTube. Vielleicht kann ich es ja hier sehen. Hier ist die Qualität gut. Okay, dann werde ich mich hier nochmal aufmachen. Wobei eigentlich müsste ich muss den Sound anmachen. Oh, danke. Hallo Stefan. So, ich schau mal. Ah, ich sehe den Chat da drüben auch. Perfekt. Okay, dann brauche ich nicht mehr. Danke. Ist heute angekommen. Ist aber echt verdammt schwer mit den Haaren. Ja. Es ist alles ganz lustig. Ich hätte nicht damit gerechnet, dass es heute ankommt. Und ich habe auch nicht damit gerechnet, dass heute der Livestream kommt. Also alles irgendwie komischer Zufall. Gestern hat das irgendwer am Abend angekündigt, dass der Livestream kommen wird. Und ich so, what? Ja. Und heute kam in der Früh das Paket an. Und ich habe, glaube ich, also das Anziehen hat so nur eine halbe Stunde gedauert. Aber die Perücke damit rumzueiern, das ist über eine Stunde und ich krieg's nicht hin. Echt Respekt an alle Cosplayer, die mit den Haaren klarkommen. So, bin mal gespannt. Und es läuft. Mich wundert das gerade alles ohne Probleme funktioniert. Das ist echt selten. Ich bin ab morgen Abenteuerstufe 50. Gibt es irgendwas, was zu... nein, eigentlich nicht. Also es ändert sich gar nichts. Doch, es gibt eine gute Sache. Du kannst deine Charaktere auf Level 90 leveln. Das ist halt das Beste daran. Die ganzen Dungeons werden um einiges einfacher. Also Abenteuerstufe 45 ist im Prinzip das schwerste bis jetzt im Spiel. Weil da werden ja die Gegner 10 Level höher als du sein in den Dungeons. Und ab 50 ist es halt so, dass du den gleichen Level hast wie die Gegner. Also werden sie um einiges einfacher, weil sie auch weniger Schaden an dir machen. Also an den Charakteren, die Level 90 sind. Weil wenn du mindestens 10 Level unterm Gegner bist, macht der Gegner extra Schaden. Und der fällt halt dann weg. Ansonsten ist alles gleich wie immer. Nichts wird schwerer. Ja.
Once upon a time, two twins traveled together throughout the universe. But one day their path was blocked and they were separated by an unknown god.
Ether! Lumine!
And now the two of them are finally reunited in the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program!
Yay! Die beiden sind zusammen.
Welcome everybody, I'm Zach Aguilar and I voice the male traveler Ether in Genshin Impact.
Hey everyone, I'm Sarah Miller-Cruz and I voice the female traveler Lumine.
It's so great that we're together for this program, especially since our characters finally had a chance to meet in version 1.4.
I know, tell me about it. I'm so glad that they invited me to the show. I've always been super curious about what it's like to do a special program. It always looked like you and Karina were having so much fun in the previous ones.
Hey, that's what the special program's all about. And today certainly won't be an exception, as we are joined by Keith Silverstein.
Dun-da-da.
Oh, I like the trumpet there. Very nice. Hi, everybody. My name's Keith Silverstein, and I voice Zhongli, consultant for the Wangsheng funeral parlor in Genshin Impact.
Yes, Mr. Zhongli himself, who, spoiler alert, is really Morax. That's right, the Geo-Archon widely respected as Rex Lapis, the god of contracts himself. Whew, talk about a list of titles.
And that is exactly why I leave the introductions to you, Zach.
Honestly, it's so hard to express how much we love your performance in the game, Keith. And by we, I obviously mean myself and a lot of other players.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
It is really an honor to play a role that's loved by so many, myself included, of course. And come on, how exciting is this? I'm so excited that I'm doing a version preview with you guys. This is going to be great.
Yeah, so why don't we take a quick moment to thank our viewers for joining us today and for their amazing support of Genshin Impact.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, big thank you to the entire Genshin Impact community. Thanks for your love and support.
Gut, die Leute haben sich halt einfach
So, Keith, what do you think of Genshin Impact so far?
Well, I mean, we all know it's an amazing game. I mean, right off the bat, it's beautiful. You know, the graphics, the character design, everything. But the thing that really has blown me away has really been just the fan base. Just that this game is so popular worldwide, and I mean, it's such an honor to be a part of something like that.
Totally agree. I've loved interacting with the fan base myself, and currently I'm still on the grind. I just love the gameplay, the graphics are absolutely beautiful, and I also love playing the game on my phone whenever I can't get to my PC.
Okay, so here's a question, Zach. What have you enjoyed the most in version 1.4 so far?
Ooh, you know, that's... it's so tough because I love all the mini-games, but I think my favorite one is Ballads of Breeze. And I just love getting out my lyre, too, as I travel around Teyvat and play my random little songs.
That sounds pretty cool.
Sharing my musical genius.
Pretty cool.
Well, let's not go too far there. I mean, I'm sure you're good and all, but...
Yeah, I'm sure you're great.
Anyways, I believe many of our viewers are waiting to hear more about what's in store for version 1.5. So why don't we start things off with a quick overview?
Sounds great.
Take it away, Zach.
You got it. In version 1.5, we'll have some brand new characters, several cool new monsters, and various special events. We'll also have an all-new feature to explore. And as always, there will be some optimizations and adjustments to our overall gaming experience.
Wow, very nice.
Aside from all the new content, Genshin Impact is also having its native release for PlayStation 5 on April 28th, the same day version 1.5 comes online, so that's definitely exciting.
Totally! It's great news for our PlayStation 5 players out there.
Yeah, we'll get our first glimpse of version 1.5 from the trailer. But before we get to that, I'd like to remind our viewers that we'll be giving away redemption codes throughout the stream.
In terms of Primo Gems, we have Primo Gems.
Yeah, and just remember that they might appear at any time during the show, so be sure to stick around for those. Okay, now let's take a first look at the official trailer for Genshin Impact version 1.5, Beneath the Light of Jadeite.
If it is fated, we will meet again.
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess that could have been them. And there was a child staggering in front of them.
This is I, Azhdaha, forged of elemental crystal. The enraged earth will not absolve you! Ah! You stand upon your tomb.
Quake! There is a fine line between good and evil.
This is order. It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me. So here lies the wisdom of the gods.
Hey, wait a minute.
Does
Und da
this
ist
count as martial arts?
Ready for trial. Incinerate.
Neuer Feuercharakter.
Breath of the flame. Inadmissible evidence. Well, I guess I've mastered both the pen and the sword. People tell me that if I just spoke more
Und
softly,
hier ist die
others may
Eula,
find it
neue
easier to
5
forgive
Sterne
me.
Eis.
But the only reason they think that way is because they've
Der
never
neue
been
5
branded
Sterne
a
Eis
bride
Charakter.
before. I condemn you. Freeze to the core.
Der neue
Eye for an eye.
Magier.
Vengeance will be mine.
Der ist ein neuer Endboss in Abyss. Die schaut doch so mega süß aus. Und
This Serenity Pot
das
is
ist doch
all
so geil.
yours now.
Ich habe ja mal im Stream gesagt, es wäre so geil, wenn wir so ein so eine Teekanne hätten, in der wir auch wohnen könnten.
You needn't worry
Und wir
about
könnten sie
that.
einfach miteinander
I've already
mit uns
arranged
mitnehmen
for
und
a
jederzeit
certain little
nach Hause
helper
gehen.
to await you within this teapot.
Und das ist es
She
jetzt
will
auch.
explain everything you need to know
Ist das
about
nicht
it.
cool? Ich weiß noch nicht, ich frage mich, ob wir da ob das alles uns gehört oder nur das Haus hier. Wie ihr sehen könnt, das wurde zum Demonstrieren in einem Koop-System. Das heißt, damit da mehrere Charaktere sind, hat selbst Mihoyo einfach Koop aufgemacht. Die Cheater haben natürlich schon die Charaktere vorher. So, sich einfach selbst die Charaktere gegeben. Nur wenn man der Entwickler ist. Aber ich finde das echt cool. Ich sage euch immer wieder, es gibt bei Mihoyo jemanden, der meine Gedanken lesen kann. Oder der dieselben Gedanken hat wie ich. Finde ich so cool. Und in ein paar Tagen geht es auch schon los. Am 28.04. wie von mir vorhergesehen, da steht's. Vorhergesagt, so, sorry. Es war nur geschätzt natürlich, ich hab's nicht gewusst. Also in 12 Tagen. Ich finde es sehr cool. Shit. Ja, haben sie die Haare von dem Teil des Ah, fuck. Ah, das ist wahrscheinlich das, was Pam gesagt hätte, wenn sie da wäre. Aber leider ist sie im Krankenhaus. Ah, wir haben einen Dungeon, bei dem wir kämpfen können, um Möbel zu bekommen? Oder wie? Neuer normaler Dungeon. Hangout mit Diona wird es geben, was ich voll cool finde. Und Noelle bekommt neue Artefakte. Wait, war das wieder Stein und Eis? Aha. Da steht PS5, PS4.
Wow, there was a lot going on in that trailer. It looks like Zhongli is gonna have a new storyline here with a super tough-looking dragon to fight. So be careful out there, Zach.
Hey, I've leveled up a lot since the last version. This dragon's got nothing on me.
Yeah, sure, Zach. You really expect us to believe that?
Personally, I'm excited for these new characters. They look super cool.
Yeah, and that sounds like a solid place to start, so why don't I begin by introducing the new characters first?
Sounds good to me.
Also ist sie eine Mondstädterin, Eula, okay. Oh, nicht schon wieder ein Physik-Bild-Charakter. Ist sie so? Ja, sieht so aus. Definitiv. Ich glaube nicht, dass ihre E-Fähigkeit so lange halten würde. Okay. Oh no. Ich hoffe, dass es nicht wieder ein ultra langer Cooldown.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
Satorina?
Introducing our new playable character, Eula, captain of the Knights of Favonia's Reconnaissance Company. She carries a cryovision and elegantly wields her frosty claymore.
Yeah, the way she handles her weapon is truly amazing. Like, she even did a cartwheel with her sword. No wonder she's called the Spindrift Knight.
Yeah, her combat style really stands out.
Oh mein Gott,
fighting.
ich brauch
Her style is more like dancing or gymnastics.
Seriously, she doesn't move like other claymore wielders at all. Her motions are way lighter and more fluid.
Perhaps that's a result of the training passed down through her aristocratic bloodline.
Oh, she's a descendant of the family that was once overthrown by the Knights of Favonius, right?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Ooh, I'm sensing a complex backstory here. Now the question comes, why would she be serving in the Knights of Favonius?
I don't know. For revenge? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yes and no. Although Eula often talks about taking revenge on others, she doesn't seem to mean it for real. As strange as it sounds, it's just her own way of expressing care for other people. Let's have a look at her skills, shall we?
Yes, please.
With her elemental skill, Ice-Tide Vortex, Eula slashes swiftly, dealing cryo damage. However, her elemental skill has different effects depending on whether you tap or hold the skill button.
Okay, nice.
Ooh, interesting.
Man kann die
Tell us more.
E-Taste drücken oder halten. Macht
When
unterschiedliche
tapping the
Sachen.
elemental skill, Eula gains a stack of Grimheart by hitting an opponent. Grimheart increases Eula's defense and resistance to interruption.
Oh,
sounds cool for a claymore
Verteidigungscharakter.
wielder. What will happen if we hold her elemental skill then?
I was hoping you would ask that. When the skill is held, Eula consumes the stacks of Grimheart, and surrounding opponents will have their physical resistance and cryo resistance decreased. Now, each stack of Grimheart consumed will be converted into an Ice World brand that deals cryo damage to nearby opponents.
Ooh, I'm loving her Grimheart mechanic already.
Yeah, me too.
Eula's Elemental Burst, Glacial Illumination, deals cryo damage to nearby opponents and creates a Lightfall sword that follows her around for a certain duration. When her own normal attacks, Elemental Skill and Elemental Burst deal damage to opponents, they will charge the Lightfall sword until it explodes violently once its duration ends.
An explosive icy sword.
Das ist eine coole
Wow.
Fähigkeit. Ihre Ulti
That seems almost like a
beschwört
contradiction. I mean, ice that explodes? It's like mixing opposites.
jedes Mal, wenn Gegner
Right?
Schaden
But it's
machen,
somehow fitting for her
laden
character,
sie
you
die
know?
Energie auf
A
und dann
noble
wenn
heir who
das Schwert
joins the
explodiert,
family's
macht es
arch enemy, who moves
Explosionsschaden.
elegantly but causes violent explosions, who manipulates cryo element but is called the Spindrift Knight. She's full of contradictions.
Nice, Sarah. That's pretty deep.
Thanks.
Hey, why don't we take a look at our next new playable character in version 1.5?
Sounds good.
Okay, jetzt ist sie die Kleine. Aus Liebe. Klar, bei dem Namen. Sie ist ein bisschen wie Klee. Manchmal, sie teilt hier die ganze Zeit Ohrfeigen aus. Sehen? Feuerohrfeigen. Ah.
Need a cure for insomnia? Let me read you the history of the development of Liyue's legal system. None of my friends have ever lasted longer than 20 minutes.
The other new playable character in version 1.5 is Yanfei, a legal advisor active in Liyue Harbor. She's a catalyst wielder and holds a pyrovision. Interestingly enough, she happens to be part illuminated beast.
Oh, just like Ganyu.
Exactly.
Oh,
So, are those two sticks on her head her version of horns? Or are they more like antlers?
oh,
Wait,
die
I
wird
thought
dann
those
mega
were her
stark
pigtails,
werden.
no?
No, Zach, not at all.
Oh.
No, those are the symbol of her illuminated beast heritage.
Okay, so question. Would that mean she knows Rex Lapis then? Or would she be bound by a contract with Morax in some way?
You mean like as a legal advisor for the god of contracts?
That would be quite the big title, but yeah, something like that?
Even Morax doesn't have command of all the illuminated beasts. Yanfei is one of the few that didn't sign a contract with him.
Oh, why is that?
She was born in a peaceful era. Therefore, there was no need for her to fight in any cruel wars like her predecessors. Interestingly, as a free illuminated beast, she's put herself in a profession where her job is to interpret laws and help others deal with conflicts and disputes.
Okay, so her work is all related to contracts, right? Because I know I saw some sort of gigantic pyro stamp slamming down when she attacks. You know, like the kind of thing you'd see used to stamp a contract?
Mm-hmm. You are correct. Both her normal attack, her elemental skill Signed Edict, and her elemental burst Done Deal grant her Scarlet Seals, which decrease Yanfei's stamina consumption. But these Scarlet Seals are not the big seal you saw.
Oh, so the Scarlet Seals must have been all those little red markings floating around her.
That's right. When she uses her charged attack, Yanfei consumes all Scarlet Seals, which in turn increase her charged attack's area of effect and damage.
Oh, so that's what I saw.
It sure was. One thing I forgot to mention is that Eula and Yanfei have some special connections to one another.
What would a night in Mondstadt have to do with a legal advisor in Liyue Harbor?
Sounds like a mystery.
Yes, indeed. One which the travelers will get to discover on their own.
Leave it to me.
Rude. Leave it to us.
Oh, yeah, right. Us.
Right.
Oh, you two. And that's all the latest we have on the new characters.
Wait a minute. Didn't you forget something?
I don't think so. You know, I have a pretty good memory, Zach.
Zach was gonna ask where we'll get to pull these adorable new characters from, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that, all in good time. Right now seems to be a good time for us to give away our first redemption code.
Oh, now?
Like I said, you never know when they'll appear.
Precisely. The first code will be unearthed in 3, 2, 1.
FS 6SU 367 M279 100 Uhr. Oh, sie haben die Uhrgestelle angehoben von 60 auf 100. Cool. Ich wusste auch nicht, wie viele es sind. Ich habe sie selber noch nicht redeemed. Ich kann den Text nicht mal kopieren. Egal. Aber wir können ihn ja sehen. Einfach eingeben, die drei Codes. Ha! Ich habe sogar ein paar Handschuhe. Sind nur ein bisschen schwer reinzukommen.
It seems only fitting to collect some rewards before we talk about event wishes in version 1.5.
Yeah.
All right. I know you guys are anxious to hear more. In version 1.5, the two 5-star characters Zhongli and Eula will appear successively in their own separate event wishes.
Many of the players have been waiting for Zhongli's return, and it's finally happening!
The players have been waiting. I've been waiting. Okay, to elaborate, Yanfei will be featured in Zhongli's event wish, Gentry of Hermitage. The exact dates and durations for the event wishes will be officially announced later. Aside from the new characters, a new 5-star weapon and 2 sets of new artifacts will also be released in version 1.5.
Ooh, very cool.
Okay.
That new claymore looks pretty ornate. It sort of reminds me of the 5-star bow Elegy for the End from version 1.4.
Oh, good observation. Now, this new 5-star claymore is called Song of Broken Pines, and it has a physical damage bonus.
It has quite a poetic name, too. I wonder if it belongs to the same series as Elegy for the End.
Perhaps. And there may even be a hidden story behind them.
Ooh, I already feel a story coming! You know, whenever Keith even mentions the word story, I just want to break out the popcorn.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me guess, it's a very epic and long story.
Ah, yes, a very long story.
You guys really have big imaginations, you know that? Look, aside from the weapons, there will be 2 sets of new artifacts for players to collect. Tenacity of the Millilith and Pale Flame.
Ooh, awesome. Where can we get them?
If past updates are any indication, my bet would be that they'll be in a new domain.
And that is correct. The new domain, Ridgewatch, will be available to travelers after the version update. Now, it's located in the mountainous area that connects Mondstadt and Liyue.
Finally! We're getting a teleport waypoint there. That's always been one of the harder areas for players to reach.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people have used their portable waypoints to get there. Now we can save those for some other places.
Now, in addition to the new gear, some new storylines will be released too. After the version 1.5 update, Diona's Hangout event and Act 2 of Noelle's Hangout event will be available for players to enjoy.
Act 2 with Noelle? That is so sweet. I really love the Hangout memory illustrations with Noelle.
Okay, but that's not the only Act 2 we're getting in version 1.5. Act 2 of Zhongli's story quest will be released in the update as well, followed by Eula's own story quest.
Wow, I already can't wait to see more of Zhongli's storyline. Can you tell us more about what's going to happen, Keith?
Well, as you saw in the trailer, the dragon Azhdaha, who seems to have some, let's say, history with Zhongli, will be making an appearance in Zhongli's story quest.
Sounds interesting, but who exactly is this Azhdaha?
Oh, it was mentioned in the quest about the nameless treasure. Seems like Mr. Zhongli's past is finding its way back to him.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember, and meeting those who share the memory leaves an indescribable feeling.
Sarah, look, it's him!
It is!
You guys. Okay, in a word, Azhdaha is going to play an important role in Zhongli's story quest, and the disturbance it causes will also pose a serious threat to Liyue. Furthermore, this dragon will become a weekly boss, so let's take a closer look at it in battle.
Oh, ist von Zhongli gefangen worden. Cool. Ja, das kleine Mädchen bei dem Baum ist diejenige, die ihn befreit hat. War ja nur eine Frage der Zeit, wann es soweit ist. Sie sagt ja andauernd, sie will ihren Gott befreien lassen. Eigentlich wollten wir ja jemanden zu ihr schicken, der sie abholt, aber das ist nicht passiert. Nein, sie sagt, dass sie will nicht mitgehen. Aber
Alright then.
I don't know. It actually looks kind of cute.
Uh-oh, Sarah wants a new pet now.
Yeah, kind of cute, like it's gonna rip off my head.
No! I mean, it's got that little cute smirk happening. I think it's kind of cute.
Oh, that's true.
Right? And it's got those branches on its tail. And remember this place? There was a girl standing under a tree mumbling about the awakening of some most awe-inspiring individual. Remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, so she was talking about Azhdaha.
She was. Beneath the tree, or as it's called, the Dragon Queller, is the cavern where Azhdaha was sealed away.
This new monster reminds me of Geovicips.
Absolutely. They have plenty of similar traits. As a boss, Azhdaha can change its element, hence the different colors you see on its body.
It seems like when it switches its element, the surroundings and the domain change too.
Wahrscheinlich nur stärker dann.
Looks like there will be a variety of conditions for us to deal with.
Ooh, are you excited, Zach?
Well, with all the lessons I've learned from fighting Geovicips, I'm confident that I can crush this Lord of Viships.
Good luck, Zach. You're the man. Okay, the next new monster we're about to meet will be a new member of the Hypostasis family, the Cryo Hypostasis. Let's see it in action.
Da war gezeigt, welche Hypostasen noch alle kommen werden, aber es ist sehr klar, dass wir jedem Erstes Event eine Hypostase kommen. Sieht spannend aus. Ich hoffe, die hat mehr drauf. Kann nicht mit Level 1 Charakteren zerlegt werden. Das sah nett aus.
When the cryohypostasis reaches low HP, it enters a shield to protect itself and recover from the damage. In the meanwhile, it attacks its enemies.
Which means us.
Huh, but it seems like we'll never be able to finish it off if we can't break the shield. So how can we take its shield down?
Oh, I know the answer to this one. Travelers will need to figure it out on their own in version 1.5.
And with that, the apprentice has become the master.
Yes, you are getting the idea. And there's one other new enemy we're going to see in version 1.5. Perhaps you two remember the Abyss Herald we encountered in version 1.4?
Oh, you mean that gigantic blue dude that works for me?
Well, technically, he would be my gigantic blue dude if you are the traveler.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Seriously, do you guys bicker about everything?
Yes.
Anyway, it turns out that another one of the Abyss Order's elite monsters will be making a debut in version 1.5. The Abyss Lector. Let's take a look, shall we?
Abyss Lector. Das ist ein Abyss-Magier, von dem wir gerade sprechen. Von Abyss. Lektor von Abyss. Sieht spannend aus.
Okay, one thing to be noted is that some of the Abyss Lector's attacks will decrease characters' elemental energy once they hit their opponents. So be sure to dodge those.
If only it was that easy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Zach, I know you well enough. What are you thinking about over there?
Well, the Abyss Herald we met before was like an assassin, whereas this Abyss Lector we see now seems more like a mage. The Herald could manipulate the Hydro element, while the Lector manipulates the Electro element. Now that I think about it, what if I could put them on my team?
Well, I mean, yeah, practically speaking, that would make a very good team.
Well, that could be what the lost sibling was thinking.
I'm sure the lost sibling said,
I will have order.
And now we have the Abyss Order.
Well, that's everything we have for our new monsters. So next, we will get a peek of an all-new permanent feature called Serenity Pot, which will be available starting in version 1.5. Zach, I'll leave this part to you.
Got it. After we help the city get through its crisis, the Adepti of Liu have taken note of our hard work. Knowing we are Outlanders who often camp out in the wilds, they decided to give us a Serenity Pot as a gift.
Ist das geil.
Camping in the wilds? Zach, we never camp.
Die Adepten schenken uns den...
we just keep adventuring through the night.
Die Kaffeetasse.
Serenity Pot. I like the name. So, is this Serenity Pot sort of like Madame Ping's magical teapot?
Yeah, it's what's known as a realm within.
Wir können das Ding überall öffnen und dann in unsere eigene
That
Welt
was really nice of them. I hope it wasn't too difficult to make.
Well, the Adepti of Liu are mighty illuminated beings with great power. Creating a realm within is nothing but creating a little trinket for them.
Keith, you sound so cool.
You sound cool.
Oh, thanks. Let's take a closer look inside this so-called teapot. For starters, there are 3 different realm layouts for us to choose from. Floating Abode, Emerald Peak, and Cool Isle.
Wow, so this is what the Adepti would consider just a trinket?
Inside the realm, you'll find Tubby, a teapot spirit who manages all the general affairs in the realm within.
Oh, just like a butler.
Oh my gosh, Tubby is so round and cute! I love it!
And it plays an important role in our realm, too. When we raise its trust rank, it will give us some rewards and unlock new features for our realm. For example, the 3 different realm layouts. We'll have to increase our trust rank if we want to unlock them all.
Okay, so question. If I rub Tubby, will it grant me 3 wishes?
What are you talking about? Tubby's not a genie.
Okay. I was just thinking, magic lamp, magic teapot. So anyway, how do we increase trust rank with Tubby then?
Whenever we create new furnishings, Tubby's trust increases. Moreover, with the help of the teapot spirit, we'll collect various blueprints from different sources. Once we've collected the necessary materials for creating furnishings, we can make those furnishings in the Serenity Pot and use them to decorate our home. Of course, we can also buy some furnishings directly from Tubby.
Good. I'd like an ornate glazed lily patterned incense burner.
Really? That's a super specific choice.
Well, I'm a super specific guy.
Anyway, this Serenity Pot will be a large personal realm that players may manage. They can take their time considering how to decorate the space and can fill it with the things they like to make it feel like home.
I see. Okay, then let's prepare some Radiant Grade Noctilucous Jade for starters.
Okay, first of all, your standard of home is way too high.
And that's wrong because?
I mean, you know what? You do you. You do you.
Das ist so genial.
Yeah, totally. Well, if we are short of any practical decoration ideas, we can also apply to enter our friends' realms for some inspiration. We can just stop by for a visit and snap some nice photos.
Ooh, that means we can throw parties in our personal realms. That'll be so fun. Are you gonna put me on your ultra-exclusive guest list, Zach?
Nope.
Zach!
Just kidding. You know, we're going from roughing it in the wild to luxurious house parties. I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, and the realms seem very large, too.
Large enough to unleash your imagination.
Yeah, we can create views outside the house and arrange the layouts of furnishings. And as we put more furnishings into the Serena teapot, our adeptal energy increases, enabling the realm to produce more realm currency.
So, more furnishings increase adeptal energy. I like the sound of that.
I knew you'd like that.
So with this new realm currency you mentioned comes a new way of exchanging it, I suppose?
That's right. We can exchange realm currency for a variety of materials and rewards. And sometimes a teapot traveling salesman carrying realm treasures might appear. So be sure to check it out.
Noted. There's already a lot on everyone's to-do list for this feature.
And there might be even more to come in the future. Let's wait and see what the Serena teapot holds for us in store together.
I will, and in the meantime, I will stuff my realm with satisfying furnishings.
All right, just please don't make Tubby work too hard.
I won't, and as always, I'm sure the travelers will cover my expenses.
Huh? Wait a minute, what?
Can we even afford that?
Well, I mean, with the two of you together, you might be able to cover it.
I don't have any.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just kidding. You should have seen your faces right then.
Anyways, that's all the news we have for the upcoming Serena Teapot feature. In the next section, we'll get to learn about some exciting events that will be exclusive to version 1.5. But now, it seems about time to give away our second redemption code.
Yeah! More rewards!
Practically speaking, the faster you act, the better.
Goodies inbound in 3, 2, 1!
Wieder 100 Uhr gestalten, sehr nice. Boah, das Bild ist aber cool, oder? Screenshot time! Braucht man Therese? Nein. Er hat. Sie haben. Also, ich habe das ja doch mit erklärt. Wir jedes Mal, wenn wir das bauen, bekommen wir Adeptenenergie. Und mit der Adeptenenergie können wir neue Sachen kaufen. Also im Prinzip bekommen wir Energie zum Bauen und mit dem Bauen bekommen wir neue Energie und damit bekommen wir Ruf, Vertrauen mit dem Typen, der uns dann wieder neue Sachen gibt. Aber anscheinend kann man auch anders
Sachen bekommen. It's time to unveil the special events coming in version 1.5.
Cool.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so first on the list is an event called Energy Amplifier Initiation. In this event, a Sumeru researcher will ask us to gather Irminsul fruit fragments. For a time, we'll be entrusted with a mysterious ancient relic, the Energy Amplifier. With this relic, we can unleash the power of the fragments we collect. During the event, this Energy Amplifier will grant us some effects in combat.
So it really is literally amplifying our abilities. Speaking of ancient relics, I feel like Mr. Zhongli would know something about that.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking at me for? You know I'm not really Zhongli, right?
Oh.
But I do happen to have some insight on the energy amplifier. For one, there are variations of how you can configure the fragments into the energy amplifier. One variable, motive force, affects how many fragments one can configure. The higher the sum of your character's levels, the higher motive force you can provide to the energy amplifier. With higher motive force, players will be able to equip more high-quality fragments to strengthen their team.
What if I don't have enough characters at higher levels?
As always, Zach, that's where your friends come in. You can borrow up to 3 characters from your friends to increase your motive force.
deiner
You got that,
Charaktere
Zach?
entscheidet,
Oh, friends.
welche Sachen du
Got it.
ausrüsten kannst.
So the question then is, how do we gather all the
mehr
fragments?
There
hochlevelige
are
Charaktere
plenty
man
of
hat,
fragments spread all over the map.
umso
We'll search for the
mehr,
fragments in places of interest throughout the open world.
also
But
umso
it won't
mehr
be easy to
Energie
get treasures
bekommen
as
wir
powerful as
dafür.
Irminsul fruit
Aber wir können
fragments. Now, players will have to get rid of any
Charaktere
trouble
von
circling around the
Freunden
fragments before they're able to collect them.
Ah, that makes sense.
Und
And
diese
we'll also
Fragmente
be able
können wir
to enter
sammeln,
something
indem wir
called a
verschiedene
twisted
Monster
realm
töten.
in the later phase of the event.
Twisted
und so
realm?
weiter.
Sounds like a teapot gone wrong.
Not exactly. There are 4 domains in the Twisted Realm, and each has different bizarre twists. We'll be able to select the difficulty and conditions for the domains we enter, just as in the previous Hypostatic Symphony event.
Das ist wie
Of
beim
course,
Hypostasen-Event,
higher
das es mal
difficulties will
gab.
grant better rewards.
Okay,
wir müssen wieder
so
gegen
this'll
Gegner
be one for
kämpfen,
players who are
und
looking
umso
for some
schwerer es wird,
serious
umso mehr
challenges.
Belohnungen bekommen.
And I should
Man
mention
kann
that a
es sich
contract with
einfacher und schwerer
Diona, the
machen.
bartender of Mondstadt, will be one of the various rewards from the event shop.
Cool.
Wir
It
bekommen
sounds like we can add her
wir
to our
bekommen-
team
wir
by
bekommen
participating in
Diona
all
als
kinds of
Belohnung.
activities from the event.
That's right. Go
Cool.
get her. Our next event to introduce is called
Noch ein Event.
Battlefront, Misty Dungeon.
Huh? This sounds like a
Okay.
completely different kind of game.
Ein
In this
Dungeon
event,
kommt,
there will
also
be
eine
6
Instanz.
themed trials for us to complete, and we'll only be able to use characters from a set pool of trial characters from the event. Throughout the trials, our team will not form any elemental resonance, and food and potions in our inventory will also not be
Wir
accessible.
werden Herausforderungen,
Now that sounds tough.
But
Da
before
gibt's
each trial,
Herausforderungen und
we
wir
can
müssen die
preview the
Charaktere
monsters we'll be
nehmen,
encountering,
die-
along with some corresponding tips and tasks.
und
So, it is possible for us to choose characters that fit
Vorgegeben
the
werden.
conditions before we start. Nice, right?
Yeah, that's a relief. Whew. So, what do we need to do to
und wir
pass
dürfen
these
die
trials?
Charaktere nehmen, die wir
In
wollen,
each
aber
trial,
nur
players need to
bestimmte
activate
können wir
all 3 of
benutzen.
the ancient runes within the time limit to gain access to the final challenge. There are benediction mechanics with the trials, which allow players to obtain certain bonus effects and make it easier to complete the trials.
At the
Müssen
same
verschiedene
time, there are
Aufgaben
also
bestehen.
some automated weapons systems that will detect and attack any
Die
intruders.
bekommen aber
Players will need to
Hilfemechaniken.
use the appropriate reactions to temporarily disable these devices.
We're definitely gonna have to use our heads to get the right
Oh,
strategies.
nice.
Totally,
werden
and with
Strategien für
rewards like
die-
Primo
für das
Gems,
Event
Mora,
brauchen.
and other materials awaiting, it'll definitely be worth a shot.
Es wird wieder wurscht,
Primo
denke ich.
Gems?
Sehr gut.
Oh, I'm in.
Our next event is called Mimi Tomo.
Sounds Hilichurlian?
You nailed it. This
Oh,
event is
ein-
about a certain unusual hilly churl
ein
we might
Hilly-Churl-Event
encounter in
gibt's.
various locations.
Wird's geben.
I see.
Wir
The
müssen
one
den
that throws
weißen
Primo Gems
Hilichurl
at players, right?
anscheinend
Okay,
suchen.
to viewers who are searching for where you can find this
Yeah.
unusual hilly trail right now, just know you can't actually use the Primo Gems it throws at you.
Lately, this unusual hilly churl has been stirring up trouble on the merchant routes.
Sehr
It's
cool.
time for us to teach it a lesson.
Also der,
But this
der
Hilichurl is
Hilichurl,
not
der,
an easy one to trace.
So
Der-
we'll need to borrow some help from an expert. Perhaps
mit
you
der
remember
Truhe
the
der
hilly
Sachen
churlian
auf uns wirft,
expert
den
Ella
müssen wir
Musk.
besiegen.
Yeah,
Anna
you
muss
mean
schon-
that little girl in the library?
Wie hieß sie nochmal auf
So
Deutsch?
it's time for her to teach us a lesson.
Unnatürlich, nee. War das
Yeah.
unnatürlich? Nein.
We'll be utilizing the
Der da
handy
halt.
handbook
Nee,
of
nicht
hilly
das, nicht
churlian
der.
from her
Nicht
to
der.
communicate with other hilly churls for intel on the whereabouts of this unusual hilly
Der.
churl.
Ah,
That
wir
seems
können,
like
wir
fun,
können mit
but
Ella
I'm
Musk
not sure
uns
I can
mit
memorize that much
unterhalten und
Hilichurlian.
sie verraten
You can
uns
write it
dann, wo
down,
der
Zach.
ist, damit
Or
wir ihn
you can take a
finden können.
screenshot.
Oh, yeah, screenshot. Now that's good advice.
The only question now is, how reliable is this handy handbook of
Ja,
Hilichurlian?
müssen wir den
After all,
reden,
it has a
ist das,
disclaimer on its title page saying it cannot be held responsible for any consequences of its use.
Wait, so you're saying it could potentially do more harm than good?
If that's the case, we'll have to persuade the hilly churls by physical means.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. We could be quite persuasive that way.
That wouldn't be persuasion.
Wait, now I'm confused. We're talking about bribing them with some apples or something, right? Like that type of persuasion?
Wait, er ist
Oh,
stärker.
apples.
Yeah.
Nice.
And now you're making me feel like I'm a bad person.
Anyway,
Es sieht so
players
gut
will
aus.
gain some furnishing blueprints, primo gems, and
bekommen
other
von
rewards
ihm
from the event.
Rezepte,
So be sure not to miss out on this
um
one.
Möbel bauen zu können. Aber
Our next
anscheinend
event
sind
is
das nur
simply called
Einzigartige, also
Wind
sollten wir das
Trace.
machen.
Personally, I'd like to call it hide and seek.
All right, sounds fun.
Wind Trace.
And in case you're wondering, Wind Trace actually originates from when ancient nobles were hunting for rebels in Mondstadt.
Okay. Now things are starting to sound a little bit scary.
No worries, Zach. Today it's transcended from its dark history, passing down only the names of the two sides, Hunter and Rebels.
Oh, so what does a round of wind trace look like?
I'm glad you asked, Zach. Players will be playing in contested zones. They will be allocated one of the two sides, the Hunter or the Rebels. The Rebels hide and the Hunter seeks. But there's more to it than just that. The Rebels can use their windward arts to disguise themselves, place bait, or temporarily enter a hidden state.
All right, sounds interesting. How about the Hunter? What can they do?
The Hunter can use various arts to detect the location of the Rebels and disable their tricks and disguises.
So, the two sides are really going at it then.
Yeah, and during the game, favors will descend upon the area at random, and both sides can pick up these favors to help charge up their own so-called secret favor.
There are 5 contested zones in the open world, so those who are familiar with all the areas and terrain will have some advantages.
Good news for those treasure chest hunters out there.
Yeah. Players will obtain Wind Trace coins from the event and unlock a variety of rewards, including a Wind Trace-themed name card. But if you play the game in co-op mode with your friends, or if you've already reached the daily limit of obtainable Wind Trace coins, then you won't be able to gain any more.
Ah, I see.
I hope you all enjoy this little game. Our final event is called Overflowing Mastery.
We had Leyline Overflow before, right?
That's right. Only this time, we will have doubled talent level up materials. During the event, we will have 3 chances daily to collect double rewards using original resin from selected domains of mastery.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we'll have an event that doubles talent level up materials. That's huge.
Exactly. So if you need to grind for talent level up materials, this will be your chance.
I bet everybody's gonna love that. All right, that's about all we have for the special events in version 1.5. As always, the last part of our version previews will be regarding new optimizations and adjustments coming to the game. Keith, would you like to explain the coming changes for version 1.5 to our viewers?
Sure thing. Starting from version 1.5, the cost of original resin to claim rewards for the first 3 weekly bosses will be reduced from 60 to 30.
Okay, that's half the cost.
Yeah, and we'll have a total of 4 weekly bosses, so that means we'll be able to claim rewards from all the weekly bosses using a single day's resin.
And we'll even have 10 original resin left over.
Check you out, Sarah.
Yeah.
Next, after the version update, character companionship experience gained while playing in-team with other players in co-op mode will be doubled.
So, if we want to accelerate our friendship with some characters and learn more about their stories, we can defeat bosses or clear domains with other players in co-op mode.
Yes. Need to remind me on the importance of friends again.
Sorry, Zach.
Need some more of those.
The third optimization will be about mailing alerts for when events are ending. After the version update, Genshin Impact will send mail alerts to players before any limited time events end.
Yeah, considering all the unique gameplay and loads of rewards from those limited time events, it would be a pity to miss them.
Definitely. For players who are too busy to check the end time of each event, the mail alert will for sure come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last optimization, coming in version 1.5, will be about slimming down the game's overall size.
Oh, that sounds kind of cool.
With this optimization, players can manage the voiceover files they've installed. If you no longer want to keep the audio files for a certain language, you can delete the corresponding voiceover files manually, and that audio pack will not update in future version updates.
I imagine that could save quite a bit of space. I know audio files can be massive.
Aww, but what if they decide to delete the English voiceovers?
No, don't delete us, please! Don't you want to hear more of me?
Well, there's not much of us in there anyway.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. I guess it doesn't hurt that much when you put it that way.
No, it does hurt because Zhongli has a lot to say, so please, keep the English files.
If you like us, then please keep the English voiceovers, everyone. And on that note, it's time to release the 3rd redemption code to our loyal viewers.
Yay! Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Sehr genial. Nochmal 100 Urgestein. 300 Urgestein gibt es wieder mal. Sehr schön. Hallo Zwergmann.
Well, I hope everyone has caught all the codes, and I think it's about time to wrap up the show.
Whew, time really flew by.
Yeah, I know, right? How did you like your first special program, Sarah?
I've loved being here with you guys. It's so special and fun. Plus, the twins got to be reunited, even if it was only for a little bit. I really hope that they'll invite me for more special programs in the future because this was super fun.
Yeah, I hope so too. And how about you, Keith? How did you like doing the special program?
Are you kidding? I love this. I mean, what's better than being able to make all of these announcements? I mean, everyone's so hyped to find out what's in store, and we get to be the people to share that with them. So it's amazing. Plus, I am looking forward to spending quite a bit of time in the Serenity Teapot.
Yeah, me too. All right, thanks for watching the Genshin Impact version 1.5 special program, everyone. And I hope you all have fun in your teapots.
Bye, everybody. See you in version 1.5.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Take care.
Nicht gesagt, wann die kommen werden. Okay, der erste Banner wird gleich.
Are you still there? Yes. I was hoping you'd still be there because we have an extra special surprise for you. Check this out.
Noch eine Überraschung für uns. Merkel Island. Inazuma Location Sneak Peek. Oh! Vorschau für Inazuma. Okay, cool. Ist das genial? Wow, holy. Schaut euch das an, wie geil das aussieht. Oh, endlich zu Hause. In Elektroland. Okay, das war doch cool. Gut. Dann, beende ich den Stream jetzt und werde mich dran machen, das Video zu bearbeiten, also halt bearbeiten. Ich werde Timestamps reinmachen und so weiter und so fort. Jo. Vielen Dank fürs Reinschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye bye! Mein normaler Genshin-Stream startet dann, sobald ich fertig bin, auf Twitch. Bis dann, bye bye!